What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Planet Zoo. Once again, if you guys are enjoying the Africa Pack mini-series, which is quickly becoming just a regular length series for us here, make sure you guys leave a like on the video. It'd be greatly appreciated. In the last episode, we finally finished our beautiful habitat here for our African penguins, and today's kind of one of those days where I'm just not really sure what direction I want to go in next. Of course, for you guys, the title and the thumbnail gives it away, I'm sure, but I know that in the last episode when we were working on this aquarium out here, we actually noticed quite a few of our meerkats are sort of just dying off. So what I want to do first is actually just check in with all of our zoo animals. Wait a minute, what? We have penguin Bebe already? Dude! Dude, look at this! When did we have penguin Bebe? She's real cute too. Look at that. Look at that little waddle, dude. We got another one up here, I'm pretty sure that is also Bebe. Yep, another juvenile, another female. Up here waddling right along. Look at that. Oh, this is fantastic. I didn't realize we were gonna have so many bebe so quick. And then our southern rhinos. Wow, that was a great shot, huh? Our southern rhinos are about to mate. Dang, things are just taking off here. But anyways, back to the task at hand. We wanted to take a look at those meerkats. Holy heckin' heck, dude. How many freaking... Dude! What? Look at how many tiger snails we have. Jesus Christ. Okay, so the mother, which we originally adopted, is now elderly, so she's gotta go. And then it would appear as though the daddy snail just sort of died and we never got notified about it. If we did, we just didn't pay any attention to it. Now we're gonna go through and select every single land snail other than Mom, because we've already placed her in the trade center, and we're just gonna straight up release all these animals to the wild for a measly 34 conservation credits. But you know what? It's sandbox mode, so we'll take it. And now we just have to say sayonara to Mama Snail, because unfortunately you are unable to just rehome and exhibit species. You can with the larger species, but anything that has to be in like those micro enclosures, you can't do. So we're gonna quick trade her for 194 buckaroonies. That seems like a lot of money for a measly little snail. Oh, here we go, dude. We have a Mina right here, 1.5-ish years old. 1,500 appeal for 47 conservation credits. We're of course going to adopt her and send her to the tiger land snail habitat we have down here. Now we just need another daddy snail, and I think Kalfani right here fits the bill perfectly. A little bit older than 1.5 years old, but a 1,500 appeal for 254 buckaroonies. So we're gonna send him to this exhibit as well. So there we go. We got mommy and daddy snail taken care of now, dude. This is already crazy. Now it looks like we have 3 elderly finnick fox, and then we have 2 that are approaching that same elderly age. So with these 3 here, we're just gonna have to rehome them. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to spend 135 to make that happen. And then the 2 that we have left, I believe these were actually siblings. They look to be around the same age. We're just gonna send these 2 to the trade center. Which reminds me, I actually already moved a southern white rhinoceros because he was kind of butting heads with his daddy, trying to take over as alpha of the pack or the group, whatever you call those. So he is going to get released to the wild for 369 cc's, and then these 2 I don't quite know what we want to do with yet. We can send them to a zoo. It doesn't look like we can quick trade either one of them, or we can rehome them because they are starting to get pretty old. So I think that's the route we're gonna go with those 2. That one cost $45. This one, same thing. Kind of a bummer, but it has to be done. And now we don't have a single finnick fox in our exhibit, so we're gonna change that by going to animal trading. We're gonna purchase a few more. We have about a 4-year-old female here with a silver medal, 2,300 appeal for $1,000. We'll grab her, send her to this exhibit. And then we have a 3-year-old female with a 2,200 gold star appeal. So we're of course going to get her for 99 conservation credits. And now I think we'll just get 2 males. So we have this one here, 5.5 years old, about 50% all stats, but we're gonna grab him anyways since he's the only decent one we have. And then I think we're just gonna have to bite the bullet on this last one, spend 27 conservation credits just to get another male, and we will also move him to that exhibit. There we go. That is Fennec Fox now taken care of, squared away. Now moving on to our Goliath frogs. You can see we have an adult here, 14.5 years old, and then we have another adult, about 11.5 years old. So those are the parents. These 2 here that say captive birth are, of course, the bebe. So we're going to grab both of the bebe, and we're just going to straight up release those two to the wild. 6 CCs. We love to see that. Now we're down to the meerkats, dude. Look at that. We have 3 right here that are all elderly. So we're going to grab all 3 of those and just straight up release them to the wild as well. We even have our alpha female in there. Restrictive adoption terms. So we can't release that one. Let's get rid of the 2 we have anyways. We got another male here. 15.9 years old, dude. How is he still living? We're gonna send him to the trade center as well. I know that sounds bad, me asking how is he still living, but I think they only live till about 15 and a half on a good day. So that's just really impressive is all I'm getting at. And then after him, I believe that is all of the elderly females and males removed from the group. So we'll touch back in with the meerkats a little while later on. Moving now to the puff adder. They have had tons of captive bebe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 captive births. Their exhibit is getting very, very cramped. So we're gonna release all of those to the wild for 50 CCs. Let me know as well if you guys enjoy the videos more so focusing on, you know, zoo management type things, not necessarily adding new animals, new exhibits, or new buildings. Kind of curious on what you guys have to say about that. But moving on to our beloved scarab, our beloved sacred scarab beetles. These have tons of bebe, dude. They are just going ham out here. Look at that. It doesn't stop. It just keeps going. Luckily for them, they're pretty small, so I don't think they're going to take up too much additional space in the habitat, but we are going to be getting rid of them because it's like free conservation credits at this point. Oh my god, I don't even know how many that is. I kind of stopped counting, but we have 2 captive births that are already elderly because they do die off here pretty quick. These 2 I thought were the parents, but I guess not. The parents died a long time ago. These are all captive births. So the ones that we can release to the wild, we're gonna do that now for 65 CCs. Let's open this thing back up, scroll back down to the scarab, and now these 4 here all have to be released to the wild as well. We're gonna have to get some new ones. I would have kept the other ones, believe me, but they would have been inbreeding, so I think it's probably best to just start fresh. Release these 4 to the wild, a measly 5 CCs. Now let's get some new beetles, dude. I'm just gonna go with the youngest ones. I don't even care what their stats are. Oh, never mind, I do care. Fertility is absolutely shot, dude. Longevity's super shot on this one. Yep, you know what? We don't really have a choice. So we're gonna go with the 1.7-year-old right here. Send them to the scarab exhibit. Good, so now we just need a young female, 1.5 years old. Fertility is pretty bad, but that's not the worst thing in the world. You know what? They obviously have tons of bebe, so maybe we just dial it back a little bit. Okay, beetle now taken care of, dude. What is next? Lastly, we just have the rhinoceros. So we have Mama Rhino right here. Then we have Delma. I think I'm probably going to release Delma here. She is our only existing bebe in the white rhinoceros exhibit left. And I really don't want to have to put her on contraceptives. So we're just going to go ahead and say sayonara. Jesus freaking Christ, 202. That's for one animal. That's very impressive. All right, there we go. And I think that is all the animals now quickly ran through. So let's come over here to the trading center. I feel like we had a couple of animals in here that we had to trade out yet. Oh, hang on. We must have forgot to check in on the buffalo. So let's go do that here really quick. They're about to inbreed, so we're going to try to put a stop to that. This one is already pergnat, so we can't exactly get rid of them. But this other one here, that was a bebe. So we're going to release her to the wild for 61. And then the other ones are rescues or from other zoos. So we're golden. Other than that pregnant one. As I was saying, we're now going to come over to the trade center here and just wait for any existing animals we sent to get in here. Looks like right now our employees are relocating the fennec fox to this habitat over here. So all we have left are these 2 meerkats, and we should just be able to quickly trade these out of the zoo. So that's them gone, and the last one right here. This is the one I was surprised he's still alive. We're gonna quick trade him for 700 bucks. Uh-oh, serious injury discovered. We got a hurt fennec fox already, dude. Looks like the vet has been called, but we're gonna go ahead and call it again. There we go. All right, things are starting to run a bit more smoothly, and we even have some guests that are being smart coming over to the other viewing area we have over here for the penguins, dude. That's looking excellent. I feel like we've kind of been sleeping on something, and that something just so happens to be caretakers. We have 2 of them now, but they're just sort of wandering around. So what I would like to do is add a 3rd caretaker. So we'll grab one of them, and then we're gonna have to create a new work zone. So we'll pause things here. Let's go to new work zone. And what I'm gonna try to do here is basically have a caretaker designated for taking care of the food court area, because there are a ton of trash cans here. We also have a restroom block, and then we'll have to come over to the aquarium and do a similar thing, but for another caretaker. So first up over here, we're going to select all of these different vendor facilities. I don't even remember what all we have out here anymore, you guys. It's been so long since we started working on this. Up top here, this is going to be their staff resting facility, and then we will grab these 2 bathroom blocks right there. That should be everything they need to take care of. And just to keep this simple, we're going to name this food court cleaner. Kind of hard to mess that up. We'll head back to staff. I think Adolf right here, Adolf Kramer, okay, not the other Adolf, don't freak out. I believe he is our new caretaker that we just hired, so we're gonna change his work zone from nothing to food court cleaner. And it's time to make ourselves another work zone for just out here. So we're gonna select those 2 bathrooms. We're then gonna select this staff resting facility back here, making sure we deselect the habitat because that's not important for the caretakers. And that should be everything they need. Heading back to staff, let's go down to, I think, Gisela? Is that how you pronounce that name? I hope that's not how you pronounce that name. We'll say Gisela. Sure. Even though it's gotta be Gisela, dude. We're gonna change her work zone to aquarium cleaner. And now we should just have the 1 floater, so we should be good to hit play again. Now, as for our beloved vendors out here, I believe we have 9 total vendors. There's 8 vendor facilities just in the food court alone. The other vendor facility is the information center inside the aquarium. So what I would like to do is add in yet another vendor, just sort of a floater to bounce around from position to position, which brings us to our next work zone. This one's going to be specific for the vendors, so we're going to select that staff resting facility, every single vendor facility that we have in the vicinity. Look at that, dude, a little play on words right there. And then we're also going to be selecting the information center in the aquarium, as well as probably this other staff resting facility, just so they kind of have a little bit more of a choice between going way over there or way over here. Now with all 10 of those vendors under our employment, we can go through and just make sure each and every single one of them are under the vendor work roster. This will also help give them just a nice rotation so they're not getting burnt out on specific vendor facilities. Say you have a chief beef employee that's just getting real sick of flipping patties, you can move him over to a Monsieur Frites and have him work the fryers instead. And they should just do that all on their own. We wouldn't actually have to manually move them from vending station to vending station. All right, excellent. Next, the only thing that we're missing, I feel like now in the aquarium, is going to be a security guard that should hopefully monitor the area if we put him on a specific roster. What if we put him on Penguin Keeper? Would that make sense for a security officer? I mean, then he would kind of patrol this area. I don't know. I feel like maybe we should put him on the mechanic roster for the penguins. Yeah, let's just make another one. I don't want to get it all mixed around, so we'll select all the solar panels and everything, and he can also patrol this little area out here. I think that's probably a smart move. We'll name this Aquarium Security and then apply that to our new security guard. I want to say it's this boy, Nicholas. I think we had Finn before. So Nicholas is going to be our aquarium security officer, dude. Look at that. Okay, why do we have so many problems? Low welfare. Animals stressed. Why are you stressed? Probably because you got a rhinoceros in the middle of your group here, just standing on your home dog. Yeah, that could be a problem. I could see why you might be a little stressed out because of that. Okay, hopefully their stress levels just go down. It looks like that one's running off to hide. I wonder if maybe we move one or both of their food trays just off to an area where they wouldn't be bothered. So like, let's move that over there. This other food tray, move it on over to the other side of their little shelter. I feel like that'll help. Maybe, because it seems like they only get stressed when they actually go to eat their food. Having so many of these guests so close to them, I feel like maybe wigs them out a little bit. Something else that we've forgotten to do as well. Animals stressed. Penguins are getting stressed now. Yeah, animals distressed and is trying to hide. You guys have tons of hiding spots in here. Let's move the slow feeder. Let's put that back in here so they can like hide while they eat or something. I don't know, maybe that'll help them out. All right, I'm trying to figure out if there's anything else at all we really need to do. Did we sort of populate our meerkat exhibit? I don't remember if we did. How many meerkats we got? Oh, dude, we have so many meerkats yet. Something else I think we're probably missing out here in mini Africa is some proper bedding for these animals. So let's add that really quick. We got some extra large bedding here. We'll just get this sprinkled around their shelter. And they do have a secondary shelter as well. So we'll have to go back there and make sure that that is looking good also. All right, and there's the second one now, complete with some bedding as well. We are looking good. Now I'm just trying to remember if we did everything that I wanted to today. I feel like we did. Yes, actually, there is one more thing that I totally forgot to go over. A couple of people now in the comments have asked me if and when this whole entire zoo is going to be put up on the Steam Workshop for you guys to download and use, whether or not you want to take this one and expand upon it, or if you just want to take bits and pieces from this one. That's totally up to you guys, but it will be released to the Steam Workshop. I'll let you guys know when, but it's likely going to be at the tail end of this little mini series. So with that, we're going to wind things down. Once again, if you guys did enjoy, please leave a like, leave a comment, help support the dream by smashing that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Peace.